In celebration of National Science Week, we're coming to you from the Saibono Discovery Center out in Newtown, Johannesburg. Welcome to the Art Bulletin and thank you very much for staying with Morning Live. Do you think you can be creative? Write, shoot and edit a film in no more than 48 hours? Budding filmmakers are gathering their teams because the 48-hour film project is back in Johannesburg. The Goethe Institute will host the event with a meet and greet taking place today.
We require anyone, whether you're an experienced filmmaker or creative, or whether you are a novice, to register online at www.48hourfilm.com/ the name of your city. So if it's Johannesburg, Durban or Cape Town, just register online. There is a registration fee, and join in the fun. It's open to absolutely anybody. You can have a crew as big as 1 person to 100 people if you would like. We encourage everyone who just wants to make a film or tell a story to take part.
The Heather Martinson Prize is an annual award presented to a senior Wits Fine Arts student. This year's winning artist is Antonia Brown. For her piece titled, I Will Tell Him When He Comes Back.
I like sound. I think also in a viewing experience you have quite a bodily effect to it. With this piece I've worked with old sounds, really, like old material, and it's quite different because you're very aware of the medium itself, whereas with newer recording technologies or like CDs, MP3s, the medium itself is actually invisible.
The 34th Durban International Film Festival ended on a high note as several films were awarded for their outstanding work. Land of Hope was named the best feature film, while Poison was named the best South African feature film.
The Land of Hope, which scooped 50,000 rands, was praised for masterfully and humbly drawing together an array of cinematic means of expression to engage an audience in a story. South African filmmaker Andrew Worsdale won the Best South African Feature Film for his film Durban Poison. The awards judging panel say they could not consider Good Report for competition after the Film and Publication Board refused to classify the movie but later reversed its decision. The judges have acknowledged the film's achievements in stimulating worldwide debate and highlighting issues in South African society. Meanwhile, Good Report's director Jamil Kubega received Durban International Film Festival Award for artistic bravery.
Applications for the 3rd edition of the Crossing International Artistic Workshop, which is hosted for the French Institute of South Africa, are now open. The workshops are open for young professionals who are dancers, choreographers, composers and lighting designers.
We're looking for 21 international and local artists, and we're looking for dancers, choreographers, composers and lighting designers who are still at the beginning of their career but have already a bit of experience, and they need to be super motivated and ready to go. And to make it easier for artists, there's no tuition fees, and there's actually meals are included, so they can freely and fully dedicate themselves to the workshop, and the international artists have to pay for their transport, but otherwise they're taken care of.
Mbira star Chiwoniso Maraire has been laid to rest in her hometown of Chimanimani in Zimbabwe. Maraire died last week at the age of 37, 10 days after being hospitalized for a chest infection.
Maria's 10 years old. She found a different path.
Chiwoniso Maraire was born in Olympia in Washington on the 5th of March 1976 and was the daughter of a celebrated Zimbabwean Mbira player and teacher Dumisani Maraire. Her mother, Linda Maraire, known as Mai Chi, was also a singer. She began playing at the age of 4 and recorded her first album with her parents at the age of 9. The talented songwriter and singer was one of Zimbabwe's best-known exponents of the Mbira. She was celebrated for the way in which she modernized the ancient instrument which had traditionally been used by male musicians. Chiwoniso, which means guiding light, is survived by her children Chengeto and Chieta.
Sweet, sweet Imelda. Her innocence was stolen on a cold September night.
Gauteng's biggest dance festival, the Dance Umbrella, held a briefing on Wednesday at the Dance Space in Newtown. The festival takes place from the 31st of August to the 15th of September and is brought to us by the City of Johannesburg Arts Alive International Festival.
There's a lot in store. It's the 25th anniversary, so we've really tried to make it a celebration of the 25th birthday. We've got the Stepping Stones program as usual, the youth program. And then we've got various commissioned works from people like Fana Chabalala, Mamela Nyamza, Nelisiwe Kaba, amongst others. We've got lots of international work coming. In fact, we've got 5 international programs, which is the most that we've ever had, I think. The wonderful thing is that with bringing these works, we are partnering with the foreign embassies like the Goethe Institute, Pro Helvetia, the Portuguese government. They're all come on board to help us to make sure that we can bring the work.
Pretoria-based visual artist Tshepo Maponyani's work is evidence of what a patient, hard-working and talented creative he is. The 29-year-old's work is currently on display at the Pretoria Art Museum under the title Self-Introspection Exhibition and ends on the 1st of September.
I started keeping inside dustbins, the outside beautifying the dustbins, that's one. So now, it's in a Kamahara dustbin to check the university that is inside the dustbin. And then Honanonki Explorer, you know, whatever, because whatever we consume, it's a Kamahara dustbin. So my focus on Honanonki environmental issues, you know, learning from the dustbin, or how many and how much we consume. The exhibition is actually putting a mirror to us as a nation to say, can you see the danger of living in an environment that is not reading, environment that is not traveling, and only consuming?
From the Newtown, Johannesburg-based Saibono Discovery Center, that's all the art news we have for you this morning. For all your artistic, cultural or lifestyle interactions, do email us, like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. Until tomorrow morning, it's a goodbye from us.